post with a title, with which is the H1, an H2 and an H3 above the other two paragraphs. I would like you to, once you do that, let me know either in chat or with a thumbs up.
So I'm still seeing the lorem ipsum. Are you still there?
I'm still on lorem ipsum. You can go ahead and move back to the dashboard and go to the post option here. And I want you to go ahead and in this post option, you have the availability to use the add new that is at the very top of the screen here on the left side. So it says post add new, or in the drop down, it says all posts add new. Either one of those will take you to the same screen that you were used to when you created a post. It will come.
Now when I go back, okay, I see. So I go to the plugins page and then I just go to post.
Correct. And so then this is going to walk you through how to create a post. And so you can just go through each of the options. Did you guys get this little handy walkthrough where it says next at the bottom right corner? And it says, welcome to the block editor. It's just kind of explaining what the block editor can do. And then it's talking about make each of your blocks your own. So the heads up display is kind of telling you about that. And then where the library of blocks is, and you can actually type it in and you just use the plus icon to find your blocks that you want to use, and then go next, and then learn how to use the blocks. You can get started, and now you can actually start typing in, and mine is going to be puppy training again. And then right here on the left side of the T, I'm going to paste in. And then I'm going to go in between each of the blocks. I'm going to put in an H2, a heading. And this one is going to just be heading. I'm being very generic here, heading 2. And then this one is going to be heading 3. And so I'm going to change that H2 to a 3. So you have heading 1 through heading 6 to work with. Sounds like one of my dogs. And this right sidebar over here, if you don't see that sidebar, it could be that this black box with a cog has been clicked, and that will make it so that you cannot see the post. So you want to make sure that you can actually see the post properties here. And then for each of the lines that are here, you have the availability to open or close the information associated with the properties. And they could all be open or they could all be closed. And if they were all closed, they could look like something like this, where it just has the names of each of the properties, and then you click on it. The very first thing you do is click on the status and visibility one. And you also know that the arrow goes to an upward position versus the downward position, meaning it's closed. So if the arrow is in the upward position to the left of the words, or to the right of the words, sorry. If the arrow is in the upward position and to the right of the words, that means it's opening up the properties and so that you can work with them. Visibility is the first property underneath the status and visibility, and public is an option that you can look at. So post visibility is something that you want to be very aware of. It is going to be visible to the public and everybody can see it once this is out on the internet. You know that is the option that is selected because it has a circle with a blue circle inside of it. If you select private, that will make the post so that only people that have admin or editor privileges can view it. If you make it password protected, this makes it so that you can set up a secure password that only the people that have that password can see it. Why would you set up a password protected? There's a lot of reasons that you would want things to be password protected. They are only to be seen by a certain group or members of the website, or it could be in the case where I worked with a cleaning company, they wanted their associates to be able to talk amongst themselves in the post forums, or they wanted the associates to have access to buy the um, detergents and things that they used in the households when they cleaned because they wanted everybody that worked for them, once they had cleaned and finished cleaning, it all had kind of this lavender smell. So that when people came home, they always knew that the maids had been there. So it was just kind of very specific to that website. The next thing is the publish. So if it just has a date and a time, that is the date and time it will be published, and it publishes it immediately. If you click on that date and time, you have the availability to post date it and go backward in time so that this would be an older post, or to schedule it so that it would be seen in the future. This is very helpful if somebody wants to work on all their posts. Let's say they sit down on Sunday night, they write all their posts for the week, and then they schedule them out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and they all go out at the same time, but you have all the posts done. And it gives some continuity to the information being put out there because you can schedule it all at the same time of day, but each day would have a post, and that is going to drive more people to see the content that you're working with. The next option is a checkbox here that allows the post to be a sticky post. And a sticky post, or a post that sticks to the top of the blog post page, is one that could be um, seasonal. If you have seasonal information that needs to be put out, it could be holiday type information that you always want to be out there at the holiday. It could be a coupon type post that you're talking about a discount on products that you have on your website. All of that is available for you to do. You also have the availability to select who the author is or move this to the trash. The template um, option, this is available on the full site editing themes. So this is a little different on some of the previous themes that you might have been using before 5.9, the version 5.9 of WordPress Core. So you may not see this and it will just have the default. Permalinks, this is the way the post is going to look. If the permalink has the actual name of the title in the permalink, that means that you have updated the settings to have that permalink in there. So this just kind of shows you the permalinks. If it has a question mark, P equal, and then a number, that means you need to probably go in and update your permalinks. The next thing is categories. Categories are a very general way to help with the searching of this post. The word uncategorized is set up for every single website that is out there, but I tell you, nobody ever searches for uncategorized. So I do recommend that you go in and you click on this add new and put in two categories. And I'm going to put in dogs for one of my categories. And then I'm going to put in puppies for my other category, just so that I create two categories that will be across the website, and uncheck the word uncategorized. And we'll go through where we can set it up to set your default category to be something other than uncategorized later. The next thing is tags. Tags are more specific, um, and they are more adjective type information about the post. So this is training puppies. So I could probably go into the types of training that you might do with puppies. You could do puppy training with housebreaking, walking on a leash, gentle leaders, all that kind of stuff are very specific terms that somebody might search for associated with a puppy or a dog that those would be tags and you could add those in. You can type those in, press enter. It could be one or two words, but until you return or press enter, it doesn't take it as a tag. So if I put in the gentle lead and press enter or return, then it creates the tag for me. The next thing is feature images. Feature images are very dependent on the theme and where they will be placed. A lot of feature images will display at the top of the post as a nice big header image. So you have to be very aware if you put a header image in your post and then you put a feature image in there, you may have two images stacked on top of each other. There are some themes that don't use the feature images except to use them as thumbnails. So you just have to be very aware of how your themes work with feature images, and you just upload it just the same way you upload images to your media. The excerpts, the excerpts are how you want the information to be seen when a thumbnail is seen, or it's kind of like the teaser to get people to read the post. Discussions and comments. This is where you allow comments or don't allow comments on this post. If this is total information and you don't want to drive a discussion to this post and you just want to give out the information, you don't want to be working with people to answer questions about what you're talking about, you can turn the comments off. Also, pingbacks and trackbacks are something that you can turn on and turn off per post also. When you're done, you just go ahead and update that. The properties per the block that you're in show you the properties that are available. When you click on the word color, it allows you to change. This is also theme based, what it's going to allow you to change. But if I want to change the text color, I can go in here and change the text color to something different. But this is something that you have to be very aware of. If you go into every paragraph in every post and change a text color, and then your boss comes back and says, no, we don't want blue anymore, we want to go back to black, then you are going to have to go into every paragraph and change that. If you want to select a specific color, you click on this big box with the hexadecimal number in it, and it will open up a color picker, and you can actually go through the different colors and pick a color that you want and set that as your text color. And so if I wanted to go into maybe a deep brown that is almost black or gold, I could do that. You have the availability, like I said, that is per um, block item that you select, that you have the options to make changes with the color, the typography. You also have the availability to go in and change some typography information in the typography. Um, and then, like I said, all the margins and stuff, this is all based on what the theme allows. And at this